You can start.
Okay, I'll start. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Exploring the Unknown. My name is Dustin,
I'm Moot.
and today we have on Kim, who is you're related to the Jersey Devil. Is that right?
I am.
So tell us a little bit about that. How did you learn about that?
So, a little background. The Jersey Devil would be my fourth and fifth great uncle because I'm technically the granddaughter of two of the brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's Daniel and John, who I'm related to. They both had kids, and then it kind of trickled down, and then two of the kids got married. Like
Hmm.
two of the grandkids got married, and then from there ended up with me. Um, and I found out oddly enough on accident.
Oh.
Yeah. Um, I want to say I was about 10 or 11 when I went to go visit my grandmother, my dad's mom, who had just moved down here to Florida. And she was going through family history that she thought we needed to know. And she just happened to spill out, it's not like you didn't know you were related to the Jersey Devil.
What?
And my sister and I looked at her like she had about seven heads because we had not heard of the Jersey Devil, no idea what it was. Um, when our mom came to pick us up, we kind of thought my grandmother was joking. And we kind of told her, like, hey, I don't know what like Mimi is on, but she's telling us we're related to the Jersey Devil. And so my mom had to like on the car ride home be like, "You are, and this is what it is. This is how." She goes, "I don't have much information, but I do know you are."
That's wild. So like what was your thoughts of like what was your mother's explanation of it? Was it something that was like that's out there, or was it like the Ben Franklin story with the almanacs?
So she, I have to give her credit because I don't know how I would have explained it to two little kids who were like 11 and 9. Um, but she's like, well, it's the 13th child of this woman named Mother Leeds. And, she was just going through a very hard time. Um, and things happened. And then, you know, the child is like this creature thing in the woods. And that's how she kind of
Oh, sorry.
explained
That
it
would terrify me at that age. I would be so worried about
to
something being in the woods.
now. Can you give us the actual, like, what's this about this being in the woods? Um, so we actually got the whole, it's a 13th child of Mother Leeds, and she gave birth to this child and then cursed it and said, I can't, let's give this child back to the devil. It turned into this creature, killed the midwives, flew out the roof, tormented the Pine Barrens. To this day, people are still seeing it. And we kind of sat there and we're like, oh,
Uh-oh.
I think she fast.
Yep. Kim, you still there? I don't know. I don't know what happened.
yeah. So yeah, so my mom was very nice about how she explained it, and then as we got older, as I was saying, she told us like the whole story, and we
Hmm.
sort of understood why she left out the fact that it terrorized people and was out for family blood. as a
Oh
child.
no.
Sort of say. Yeah, it made sense in the long run though, because when we used to go up to visit New Jersey, she wouldn't stop when we were driving through the Pine Barrens. And as a kid, we were like, "Do you just not like the woods?" We get it now.
Yeah, I imagine. So, did you ever ask her if that was the reason why that you guys never stopped in the Pine Barrens? Was like the
Recently, I did, because I was curious. And she goes, "Well, that was part of it, but it was also being a single parent with 2 kids
Mhm.
driving through the woods at night." So she's like,
Yeah.
"It was a little iffy." But the main reason was she's like, "I believe in it, and I didn't want to stop and take that chance." And I was like, "Okay." Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. So, what does other family members think about it? Have you talked to them about it at all?
Not many. So I've talked to, like, my dad about it, obviously, because it's from his side of the family, and he believes in it. He's like, "Oh, 100%, like, we're we're related to it." And he thinks it's a fun little story to pull out for
Mhm.
people. My sister is it's not something she shares a lot, but she'll be like, "Yeah, occasionally I'll say stuff." Um, but she watches the same, like, paranormal shows and stuff I do, so we do kind of, like, fangirl over the Jersey Devil episodes to see who gets it right and who doesn't.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Luke. Sorry.
No, I just say, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would own it for sure, 100%.
Hmm.
Has
And there
anybody in your
are a lot of us.
I'm sorry, you said there's a lot of you?
Yeah, because if you think about it, there were 12 children,
Mm-hmm.
and each child has 2 to 3 children themselves at least.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my mom has friends that are also related to the Jersey Devil that we found out when we started posting about it.
Mm-hmm.
She had a few friends that were like, "Oh, I'm related to that family too." And we're like,
Oh wow.
"Then we're related."
That's really interesting. So he's able to find other family by tracing this down. So you've like found like documentation that lead back to that?
Yes. During COVID, when we were all in lockdown, I had nothing to do. So I basically traced our family tree back as far as it could go, like both my mom and my dad's sides. And that's how I found Clara Blackman, who married Enoch Jeffries. And then both of them, Clara Blackman, her mom was Anna Leeds. Anna Leeds' parents go back to both sides of the 2 brothers.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's really interesting. We just recently started like tracing our family back, and it's interesting like how big it can get and like how much history is there that you just didn't even know about. Um has anybody in your family ever talked about maybe seeing or having an encounter with the Jersey Devil?
So nobody in my family that I'm aware of has. But I did once have a coworker who lived in the Pine Barrens during their college years. And they were talking to my sister and I, because I should say, before they were a coworker, they were actually my sister and I's teacher, and then my sister's best friend's dad. So we've known this guy for a while. But we just happened to bring up, like, we were from New Jersey, and then both of us started getting on stories about living there. And he's like, "Yeah, I used to live in the Pine Barrens, and you didn't go out at night. But there was one time I was coming home from college, and it was really late at night." And he goes, "I swear to you, I saw the Jersey Devil. Like, swear to you. I was like, no, I believe it. Like, and that's when I told him, I was like, I'm related to that. So yeah, I believe you. You don't have to like try and convince me that you saw the Jersey Devil. But he's one, and then I have like I'm still meeting family sort of because my family's so big. But I did have a cousin recently that was telling me that they lived in the Pine Barrens, Pine Barren adjacent currently. And they've heard sounds at night, and they're like, you can't write them off as anything but being paranormal. Like, it does not sound like an animal I've ever come across. I'm like, I want to go so bad, but I'm also so scared.
I was just asking Luke the other day. I said, would you camp out in the Pine Barrens? Would you camp out in the Pine Barrens?
Oh yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't camp. And I think a lot of it has to do with this. But I don't know if I would camp. I might spend like an hour or two out there, all like Jennifer Love Hewitt in like what is that? I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, here I am. What are you waiting for? And then see what shows up.
Oh, that could be interesting. So a minute ago, you had mentioned. I may have heard you wrong because it does seem like there's a connection issue, but it sounded like you said that the Jersey Devil is out for family blood or something along those lines. Did I hear you right?
So that is the story I grew up hearing. Because one of the Jersey Devil legends was that he was born, and it goes along the same lines of like he killed all the midwives and then flew out the chimney. But it was he killed all of like the midwives and his mom and then flew out the chimney. And then some of his like siblings, I haven't been able to verify that story. But that was the one that we were raised on before I was able to actually research all the different variations that people have come across.
See, that story is hard for me to believe because, like, not saying I don't believe it, but if that's the case, half of you guys might not even be here if we killed half the family. So if that's the case, then
Exactly.
then you guys obviously wouldn't be here. But I could see him just escaping out through the roof, or maybe he injured some people but killed people. That does, knowing you are related to him doesn't make sense to me because you wouldn't be here if you killed everybody in the house.
And that's why I'm like, right. And that's why I'm like, when you think about it, then you're like, there's holes in that one. Like, there's holes in that story, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, do I think he might have killed somebody? Sure. Yeah.
So what would you say the Jersey Devil is?
So I like to believe the mythical creature version of him. I like to believe that there's something like that out there. But I do believe that the more thought people give to an idea of something, like your thoughts have power and it can create that thing. And I think the fact that people have been seeing this since the 1800s, they're still seeing it. They're still hearing hoof prints and growls and unexplainable noises. Yeah, I think, there might be a winged serpent-like, horse-like creature thing flying around the Pine Barrens.
That's terrifying. What do you think, if there's any, like, the biggest misconception about the legend is? Although there's 4 different versions of the story, right?
Something like that, yeah.
something like that. There's quite a few, and then you have books and movies that have kind of like exaggerated the story itself. The biggest misconception, and it's one that actually I heard on a video you all posted.
Oh.
And I think I even commented on it. But you guys had posted on your TikTok page about hearing a story about a mom who said her kid was like attacked by the Jersey Devil, and it was on a TV show.
Yeah.
I can't remember what you said the TV show was.
Monster Quest.
There you go. And that was the first time I'd ever heard anything like that. And I'm like, out of all of the stories I've ever heard, in all of the years this cryptid has been around, never have I heard of him attacking anyone but the midwives in the house. Like, I don't think it would attack anybody personally.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be wrong. But that's the biggest misconception I think I've heard. And it was like recently.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see it. Because if he was going to have people, he would have all. Everyone goes into those woods calling it out.
Yep.
Now, with that story, I might have said it wrong. It's been so long since I've seen that episode. I was back in like the early 2000s when it aired on TV. So I might have got the story wrong. Or I might have not remembered it right. So that might not actually be the case. I have to go back and rewatch that episode to see what they say.
Another thing about that, though, and I mean, this is no, issue towards anybody, but it's like media and stuff like that are going to paint the narrative in a way that is most entertaining for somebody to continue to watch. It might not be true, or it could be such a thing as whatever that story was, is the people, whatever those people encountered, misidentified whatever it was that they encountered. And then that story is going to carry on as this was this. It's interesting. It's like the telephone game.
I mean, it all kind of is like the telephone game, though, because we don't really have pictures or anything of it. So it's just going by word of mouth. But, well, I saw this and all of that.
So something that kind of enlightened me whenever we seen you on the previous podcast was the information about Ben Franklin and the almanacs. Could you enlighten us a little bit more on that?
Of course. So Daniel Leeds, which is the son of Deborah Leeds, who is the mother Leeds in the Jersey Devil tale, he had a publishing company. And his son, Titan Leeds, had decided to create an almanac. The almanac got pretty popular. Back when, they were using them constantly because they didn't have Google or all of the fancy stuff we do now. And then Ben Franklin decided he was going to make his almanac, which is the one people still use today. He didn't like the competition that came with Titan's almanac because it was already popular. It was in circulation at the time. So he accused Titan of doing witchcraft and being this uncouth character of sorts. And he, in some magazine print article thing, had accused Titan Leeds of being the Jersey Devil. He was the Devil of Jersey. And from my understanding, that name stuck. And people ran with it, and the narrative got turned into what it is today.
That's wild. That's the telephone game at its finest.
So our family had quite the dispute with the founding father, Benjamin Franklin.
That's interesting.
Another crazy thing is you guys got a hockey team named after you guys.
The Jersey Devils.
That
Oh, that's
we do.
awesome.
The Jersey
So-
Devils. Have I been to a game? Nope. Have I called them out?
Now, you had mentioned earlier, a little while ago, about the, like, and this is something that me and him talk about a lot, is like a collective group of people having such strong emotion or belief towards something that it actually creates something. Is that what you were referring to?
Yes. And
Mhm.
it has an actual name, but I don't remember the name of it.
Is that the egregore? I hear him talk about
That
it
I'm
on
not
like
sure.
some paranormal shows sometimes. I'm not sure either. We talked about so many different kinds of like
Right.
spirits and entities, and they all do some of them do things that are similar. So this is why we do what we do, because I'm curious.
Right.
Let me see here. I'm
But
sorry, I'm looking up my list
how
of
can you
questions.
not believe it? Oh, it's okay. But I mean, like, how can you not believe that? If you think about like little kids who get really afraid of the dark, and then like they believe that something's in their bedroom, and then all of a sudden mom's like, well, the door's shut, and it's like,
Yeah.
did it by itself? Could it be the thing the kid manifested out of fear for
Right?
the thing
Or
in
is
the
it
dark?
something that we can't see because we've been programmed to shut it out?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So here's an interesting question. Do you think that in the future the legend and the stories will continue to evolve, or do you think that they'll stay consistent?
I want to say that they'll stay pretty consistent. I did recently see that people are, I like to call Mothmanning it, where there's like, oh, well, I saw the Jersey Devil, so something bad is going to happen. Whereas, like, when bad things happen, some major event happening. So I think I want to, I can't say I think and then I want to say it'll be pretty consistent, but I think it might here vary just a tinge to becoming like this doomsday prophecy type being, where it's like, oh no,
We seen the
I
Jersey
saw the
Devil,
Jersey
something
Devil,
bad's
and
gonna
now
happen.
World War III will start.
Well, actually, believe
Right.
it or not, they believe the Mothman is a.
If you see the Jersey Devil and Mothman together,
Oh no.
you have issues. Yeah, they believe the Mothman is a harbinger of doom, but like when the Silver Birch collapsed, the Mothman was not even near it. So that's what they're putting it towards.
It's easy to blame.
They just needed something to, like you said, just needed something to blame. So they really didn't cause that bridge to collapse, but that's what media put it as.
Cool. Well, are there any maybe pieces of the story that maybe we're not aware of, or maybe have never really been shared that you'd like to share with our listeners?
So there's one story that I haven't heard a lot, and I just happened upon it. A movie called The 13th Child from like early 2000s. And at the end of this DVD-ish movie thing, there's like this behind the scenes story that my sister and I had stumbled upon. And it's one that I hadn't heard yet. But it was about this guy named Norman Jeffries, which, yes, we have the same last name. I don't know if we are related. I haven't been able to connect back to him. But he supposedly used the Jersey Devil tail to climb to fame. So he had like a little carnival thing where people could come and you could spend like $1 to come see the Jersey Devil, but it was like a goat he dressed up.
Oh.
Um, and then, yeah, so he was like pretty much called the Jersey Devil a hoax and was pretty much run out of town for it. But that was one of the stories that I haven't heard recently, or at all, really, besides on this DVD. And I had to look it up. But Norman Jeffries was just stealing the story and trying to become famous off of it. And I was like, great.
It's all
That's my last name. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Oh my goodness. People do anything to try to make money.
mm-hmm.
They will. And I mean, this is back in like 1930s, 1940s, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So he trying to do a side gig, I guess, and didn't work out in his favor. But that's
Yeah.
also why I've been like iffy about talking about it publicly, because I'm like, people are gonna think I'm related to this man, and I'm not, that I
Yeah.
know of. But also, I'm not trying to scam people out of money
Right.
or scam people at all.
Yeah. That's don't want to be associated with all that.
No, not at all.
Well, awesome. I think I ran through all my questions. Luke, did you have anything that you wanted to?
No, I appreciate you coming on and talking to us about it. It was awesome.
Absolutely. Very grateful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Did you have any
Thank you
questions
guys
for
for
us?
having me. I had so much fun.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome on
I
anytime.
don't. I just keep watching all of your little TikTok videos and watching the YouTube clips. So I was catching up.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for supporting our podcast, and we're glad that you enjoy the content. Oh, I think our internet connection is unstable. Everybody keeps freezing, and maybe it's me. I don't know. I have the problem with the internet. That's my running thing.
It's okay. I'm like, we're all kind of lagging a little bit here.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, Kim. Well, thank you so much again for coming on. We really appreciate it. And like I said, you're welcome back on anytime.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'll come back anytime you guys want me on.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you later. So the Jersey Devil. I want to go looking. I want to go looking for the Jersey Devil.
Me too. Let's get to the Pine Barrens.
You camp out? We do a whole video. You know
Yeah.
what? Here it is, right here. 150,000 likes, and Luke and I'll go camp out in the Pine Barrens
And do it live all night.
if we have service. I'm telling you, we put this on TikTok. TikTok, you can make this happen. But yeah. Do you have anything else that you want to add, or we can run through the?
Let's run through the stuff real quick.
Okay, you wanna run it down?
Yeah. Thank you everybody for listening to this episode. It was awesome talking to Kim about the Jersey Devil and how she is related to it. And if you have an encounter, email us at exploringtheunknownpod@outlook.com. Go to our website, exploringtheunknownpod.com, and We have a phone number if you like to send out a voice memo, and we will have that on a future episode. The phone number is 412-533-3483. And we have Christmas merch. Save up to 10% on all Explodingly Unknown merch on explodinglyunknownpod.com.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I'm so excited. We got a TikTok shop now. We got all of our merch on there. And guys, listen, starting Monday, Luke and I have a Black Friday sale going on. 25% off all of our shirts, except for our limited Christmas edition shirts, where you get 30% off. They are on our TikTok shop, so make sure you guys go check that out and get yours while they're here.
Yes. Let's do that.
Yes. All right. I got a would you rather. You ready?
I am ready for the would you rather question.
Okay, here we go. Would you rather be able to ask Mother Leeds one single question and get
Hold on. Yeah. August's cutting out.
audience
It's acting weird.
better? Is it better now? How's this? Is this good?
Yeah, it's good now.
All right. Would you rather be able to ask Mother Leeds one single question and get a completely honest answer? And what would that question be? Or spend 1 minute face to face with the Jersey Devil, but you're not allowed to speak?
I'm gonna face to face with the Jersey Devil.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do that for?
It was an accident.
Okay. Well, there's a dark twist now because you chose the second one. So, because you chose the second one, whatever emotion you feel in that moment, whether it be fear, rage, curiosity, it stays with you permanently. You can never get rid of it.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yep. Sucks to suck. I would like to ask Mother Leeds a question.
What question?
What's the true story? What's the truth? That's what we're here to do. Find the truth. But
That's a good question.
that is a good question. All right. That's all I got.
Yep. Until next time.
Keep
exploring
exploring
the
the
unknown.
unknown.